cold season is upon us and I have been infected with the lurgy. I'm going to teach you today one of my all-time favourite cold remedies. I absolutely swear by this. This is like a natural Lemsip. It's called Cinnamon Twig Decoction and it is as ancient can be. But the good thing about it, like all things in Katie's kitchen, can be made out of ingredients that basically you can have in your house and that are easily available when the cold strikes. Okay, so what have we got going on here? We've got root ginger, which can live in the fridge for ages and ages. We've got oranges and lemons. So we've got oranges and lemons. So we've got oranges and lemons. We've got honey. Those are the normal ingredients that you're completely likely to have heard of. Now, cloves, which also can just live in the kitchen cupboard for months and months at a time. Fantastic for cold season. Star anise, which you don't have to have. It just adds more macrobiotics and it's extremely good for supporting the body. But if you don't like the aniseed flavour, you can skip them, but nonetheless, really easy to stay in the cupboard. And then finally, a couple of slightly stranger ingredients that might be a little bit unfamiliar, but nonetheless are easily accessed and they stay in the cupboard for ages. The first is cinnamon bark. This is cinnamon bark, not ground cinnamon that you're used to, but the actual bark of the cinnamon tree. Comes in these rather big bags like that, but can sit in the cupboard for literally years at a time. So it's incredibly potent when it comes to colds. And then finally, licorice root. So not like licorice strings that you get from the sweet shop. This is pure licorice, okay? So it comes as quite a strong, tough little root like that, but that's what we're using. Again, these slightly unfamiliar ingredients, just embrace them because they will sit in your cupboard and when that cold strikes, you're going to feel so much better for them. So what do we do? Very, very easy. Like all of my cooking, it is easy, it is store cupboard friendly, and it is economical. So here's my rather glamorous teapot. So in my glamorous teapot, I'm basically going to chuck all of the ingredients. So I'm going to take 2 or 3 sticks of licorice root. So that's one broken in half because I just did it. You don't have to break them in half, but it's just useful, there you go, for getting into the pot. So that's that. Couple of sticks of cinnamon bark. Let's just do some cloves. I've got about 10. Be careful with cloves and star anise because they're a bit of a flavour enhancer. So if you don't like the taste, then go gently, or when you very, very first make this drink, omit them entirely, okay, just till you've got the hang of it. Now, what I've done here is I've taken a fresh orange and I'm just going to slice off the peel, which is actually what I'm going to do here. You can add the juice as well if you want to, okay, but I prefer lemon. So I prefer just using the actual peel of the orange in this instance. But again, you can experiment with this. So if you like the taste and flavour of the sweetness of orange, then you can add it in. But the recipe really just requires the peel. Now, because you're dealing with peel, the most important thing to know is that often the supermarkets will wax oranges and lemons and grapefruits and things. So when you're then using them in a recipe and you're actually using the skin, it's really important to make sure that they're not waxed because the wax, first of all, tastes absolutely disgusting and it's not good for you. Okay, so that's going to kind of negate the upside of what it is that you're doing. So I've taken one whole orange there and I'm just turning that into peel, like so. Oh, that's a stubborn bit there. There we go. And then into the pot, that will go. And then finally, I am going to add a nice juicy lemon. That one's not that juicy actually, but so what you're going to do to make it juicy is you're just going to give it a bit of a roll. I learned this trick off Jamie Oliver many years ago. And I was like, oh, that's really useful. He was doing some Mexican thing and he suddenly found this lemon and he was not happy about how juicy it was. So he did that. I was like, ooh, that's a really good technique. So now, unlike Jamie Oliver, all I'm going to do here is just not worry too much. The only reason I wanted to just squeeze it a little bit was just to sort of get things moving. But I'm just going to chop that into quarters like so and just stick that in like that. And then the very final thing is some ginger. So I've just peeled up a nice piece of root ginger. And again, depending how much you like that sort of gingery taste, depends on how much you want to put in. I would say about 3 hefty chunks like that. If you want to bother, you can grate it, okay? But it's because you're going to be adding hot water, you can just kind of dice it down like so. The other useful thing about this is that once you have made this amazing decoction, you can actually just top it up with hot water because I've been fairly generous with the core ingredients here, so you can kind of keep it nice and rich. Then, this is my boiled water, which has been filtered. I've got one of those water 2 filters under my sink, which is extremely convenient. And then you just pour that in. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to let all of that steep for about 5 minutes, okay, to just let all of those ingredients just kind of start to just kind of take center stage. And then when you're ready to serve it, you want to put it in a nice little teacup. You can add honey to taste to sweeten it up a bit, and honey is also really, really good for soothing the throat, and has also got lots and lots of things which are good for it for the colds as well. But if you don't want the sweetness, this is the core decoction, okay? And the other thing, if you're feeling brave, is you can add alcohol to this. Now, I'm not showing you that bit because that's a matter of kind of personal preference, but you can add a little bit of whiskey because that's actually quite a good blood stimulant as well. But I'm giving you the non-sugared, non-alcoholic version of the cinnamon twig decoction, which is safe to use for absolutely everybody. And if you want to add these other little bits as well, you can sort of add them in afterwards. So I'm going to leave that to stew for about 5 minutes, and I'll show you how to serve it now. So the aroma in the kitchen, unfortunately this isn't smelly vision, is absolutely divine, because we've basically just sat here for about 5 minutes chatting away whilst this is basically decocting. And every now and then I just give it a little bit of a prod. It just basically smells like, to give you a sense, really, really healthy kind of mulled wine smell, except it's got no alcohol in it. So it just smells of all the lovely fruity clovey bits, which when you're not feeling well with the old cold or flu, is just exactly what your body wants, because it's just got all of these wonderful, wonderful spices and citrus all going on at the same time. So absolutely gorgeous. So the smell will dictate when you're ready with that. It takes about 5 minutes, and just give it a bit of a poke about. You can also put a tea cozy on the teapot to keep it nice and warm, okay? Then you simply pour, like so. Leave that to sit there nicely brewing. You might want to add just a tiny, tiny bit of honey to taste, or a lot of honey to taste, it depends on who you are. That just hits the spot. It's because it's got so much citrus, but also combined with the liquorice, which is just really good for the throat, the cinnamon bark, which is just brilliant for many, many different reasons going on with the cold. I'm going to list them all underneath, otherwise I'll be here all day. But all these ingredients play together like a little symphony of health into the cup. You're just going to feel immediately better. This is literally like a natural Lemsip. So it just does everything you need it to do. In an ideal world, when you're dealing with a cold, the most important thing to do is not soldier on the first day when you're feeling grotty and think, oh, I'll be okay. Because that's when it gets a foothold in the body. That's the day that what you've got to do is go to bed, lie under the duvet, keep the body temperature consistent, make a massive great load of this, okay, and just sip it continuously throughout the day so that you're keeping your fluids high, your body temperature regulated. Add in some of the herbal formulas I've talked about in terms of the immunity tablets to keep the body's systems working really well, and sleep as much as possible. And then what you're going to do is boot it out. Okay, that's what I did yesterday when this cold it kicked in yesterday morning, and I basically just went through my diary and I axed everything out. I lay in bed all day, and unlike everyone else around me who's all absolutely like drop like flies, I'm functioning really, really well today because I can feel that my body's boofing it out. But this is a brilliant, brilliant formula. As I said, you can top that back up at least twice with more hot water, okay, to keep it nice and warm. And cheers.